Hello. My name is Liana Moore, and I have been in South Korea for almost 1 year. Not quite 1 year. Honestly, I've been here for since uh, the end of March 2020, the beginning of April. I arrived as soon as the pandemic hit. Um, and then for that reason, I would say my overall experience in South Korea was very unpleasant. I don't think you should travel during the pandemic. I think you should stay home. Um, Mostly because the streets are empty. No one's around. No one's out. And people, honestly, one of the things I've been struggling with since I've been here is it the pandemic or is it Koreans? Is it the pandemic or is it Koreans? Because I've never had so much trouble in a country. Overall I found the behavior I experienced in this time frame from Koreans to be rude, cold, manipulative, cunning, cutthroat is the word I would use. I just found a lot of backwards behavior in South Korea and a lot of fear-based behavior in South Korea. And it was hard for me to tell if it was a part of the culture or the pandemic. Now, I think it was both. I think it was the culture is set up in a fear-based system. Like every time I'm working, everyone is dreadfully terrified of their boss, which is not good. I don't think it's good to have a leadership style that is ruled by fear. I don't think you win by ruling by fear, and I think that's how a lot of Korean companies do things out here, and I think it's how a lot of parenting styles are out here, which is I had this kid, and he told me every time he missed a question, his mom would hit him on the test. So he was like, teacher, please don't mark the test. Da 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 da. Every time I miss it, my mom will hit me. Do I believe him? Yes, I do. I do believe him. It's not like I think it will leave marks on him, but I'm sure he gets a woo, a woo, a woo. I said, well, I guess why don't you try to improve your grade instead of getting hit 25 times, you only get hit 11. I tried to make a joke out of it. Because what else am I supposed to say? And I'm not a social worker, I'm a teacher, so my job is to teach kids, is not to go into their home lives and improve their home environments. But yeah, I think there's a lot of rule by fear style out here in South Korea. I think I see it in the workforce, and I think I see it in the parenting styles. So when you put the fact that kind of system is already in place where people lead by fear, and then you put a pandemic on top of it, yeah, I think it's quite not quite. I don't want to say it's quite normal. I experienced cutthroat and rude behavior in South Korea. It's just, of course, it could be expected. Now, I think one thing Koreans try to shy away from is being compared to their neighbors of North Korea, which is, I don't want to compare the two countries at all, but I think it would be foolish to think that North Korea has an influence and rubbed off on South Korea. Of course it has. So if you're looking for some liberal, wild place to sow your oats, no, I don't think Korea is it. I think there's, if you're a young person and you're looking for a free-spirited place, no, I don't think Korea is it. And a lot of LGBTQ travelers ask the questions, is it a place I should travel if I'm gay? No, you should travel to countries where gays have rights already. And that's places like America, like Canada, like Taiwan, and I don't have every single place on my list, but no, I wouldn't travel to it wouldn't be the top of on my destination map. I didn't come to South Korea to travel. I came to South Korea to work, and to make money. And I would say that, to be honest, I'm not very interested in South Korea for travel or work any longer. I'm not impressed by it. A lot works in South Korea. Like, it really does have a great healthcare system. Like, the medical is top notch out here. Like, overall, it's very much like reminds me of America. And I think that's why I'm not impressed with it, because I'm from America. Like, the healthcare here is affordable. The education here is affordable. The healthcare here is good, and you don't have to question it. Like, in China, you might have to worry about getting surgery and going to a doctor. Here, it's pretty safe to say that medically, you're in good hands. It is the plastic surgery capital of the world, which is one of Korea's strengths, I think, that it's the plastic surgery capital of the world. There's a beauty store I wanted to go into. I am going to go into it, but I'm going to keep walking for a little bit and talking. So yeah, I think it's absolutely a great strength, their medical industry. But like, when you get a culture that's known for being the plastic surgery capital of the world, a place where it's common for 16-year-olds to get graduation gifts of plastic surgery, I think what you essentially get is a materialistic, image first culture. And don't get me wrong, like, I really like that Koreans take care of their appearance and their looks, but like, I can definitely tell that image and money is before other expressions of humanity, like, the soul, which I don't like. And ironically, I find that Christianity and materialism go hand in hand. Like, Korea is dominantly a Christian nation. It's not like China, where China is, if you're gonna say it's anything, maybe you're gonna say it's an atheist country. It's not like China, where you're gonna say it's an atheist country, and it's not like Thailand, where you're gonna say it's a Buddhist country. It's very similar to America, and that it's a Christian country, and it has churches everywhere, and yet, in spite the influence of the Christian church, or because of the influence of the Christian church, it tends to be an extremely materialistic place to live. I really like this coffee place right here. This is Mega Coffee. It looks like they are closed though, so that's life during the pandemic. You don't always get what you want, but if you try, you just might find you get what you need. Oh yeah, that's the Beatles, for those of you who don't know. So I'm just going on a rant, and I'm telling you about my experiences of Korea. I need to wrap this video up. I thought I was gonna stay here for another year, and I was trying to talk myself into it, but I've really been feeling like I'm wasting my time in Korea. I haven't really been happy here. And like I said, it doesn't have that vibe of China, where I feel like I'm in the Wild West. I'm just about to get hit by this bus here. I'm just walking in the middle of the road, like I give no fucks, because I'm so used to everything being a ghost town that not even traffic really affects me. And as you can see, there are people out in their cars, but like, all the restaurants are closed. So there's a lot of people commuting to work or wherever they have to go. But yeah. So like, yeah, I'm leaving South Korea because I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I don't want to waste my time anymore. I'm glad I got a chance to visit. I mean, I can say I've been to South Korea, so that's cool. But like, as far as professionalism. There's some things I want to work on back in America. Like, I'm not going to tell you what career I want to get into, but there's a specific career that I can only achieve in America. So, like, I want to go home. I'm done teaching internationally. I'm really glad I got a chance to travel. But at this stage in my life, I don't think I'm getting much out of it. And then with everything going on in America, like, I want to be home. So I'm not necessarily interested in what's going on here in Korea on the vapid and vacant streets. It's just, this isn't my world, is what I'm learning. Like, as I'm putting on a mask, like, and as I can feel my life ticking down with every breath and every minute, South Korea is not my world. It's not where I belong to make a difference. I don't speak Korean. So I want to start making an impact. I want to start being influential. And I think to do that, considering I've been teaching language the last few years of my life, I think one of the most important things to being impactful is for the receivers you're speaking to be able to speak and understand the language that you can speak. Otherwise, you are useless. So I've learned about the importance of language, and I'm fairly useless in South Korea other than teaching English. And, the thing is like, I just really don't want to teach English anymore, which makes me pretty useless out here. There are other things I could do, like I could work in a factory, but that's not what I believe my experiences have led me to. I don't believe that's the next great step for me. And like I said, I've even gotten to work in the entertainment world in the brief time that I've been here, which I'm sure a lot of South Koreans are jealous of, because I was in the Saw Me What You Waiting For video, and I was in the BY rap video. So I'm sure a lot of people are jealous of that, because I've barely been in Korea. I was but a breath, but a piece of gust of wind in and out. And I got my 15 minutes of fame out here, which is some people never get. But yeah, so now that I got my 15 minutes of fame, it's time for me to go home and get my 15 minutes of fame there. I basically, essentially, I have other things I want to do and see. I've gotten what I need to get out of traveling. And it's time to go home.